How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazaskal. This is Perkins. Let's get to it. We're moving home today. It's moving day. It had to happen. This is the start of a new journey. It's not a loss. If we go to the world, this is the base we're leaving behind. So pretty shabby. We've made some. Oh, we left the EMP grenades. I think that was a conscious decision though. But we made some like silly errors with the base and stuff like that. But with this infestation, I know it's... don't say it's dealt with that. It has actually dealt with that. I mean, that's great, but we still have to go and sort that. We then have to live alongside an infestation that's highly irritable because they've been damaged. We've still got this mech cluster, which is a sunblocker, which doesn't really do too much, but limits us. We've got lots of wandering bugs. Like, I feel like staying here, even with that's happened while we haven't been watching, like, it's just, let's call it a failed colony and let's move on. Which, we need to get back to what we were doing at the beginning of the series, trying to be efficient, trying to mine the exact things. The problem is I get so excitable with this game. I sort of get carried away. So let's try and be efficient. This is a new start. We've got Perkins, we've got Lewis, cannibal playthrough on 500% difficulty, random, and let's see what this new map gives us. And then we can abandon the old colony, say goodbye, it's all done. This is moving on. Like, I know some people would say the argument's like, haha, you left with that. But let's be honest, like, that infestation, even if we deal with that, then there will be another one there because now we know infestations spawn there. And I feel like a fresh start is much needed, where we were planning on rebuilding our base because of the design faults that it has anyway. So I feel like this will be the perfect option. Anyway, speed 3, finish story time. How do I jump to the problem? Settlements cannot be adjacent. Abandon that one. Settle there. There we go. It's because the button was greyed out. I was a bit confused. Let's see if we have a kind of map. So obviously the first thing that we need to look for is steam geysers. See, one there, one there. I mean, it's an okay map. I mean, it leaves a lot to be desired, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it'd be nice if there was a steam geyser in here. So obviously you want to look for chokeholds when the enemy is going to be attacking you. I mean, it looks resource rich, there's a lot of steel components. I mean, it could be worse, but this is our forever home, so we'll have to get over it. We'll use this one rather than that one. So the first thing we're going to do is set down a stockpile and set a dumping stockpile. Okay. Day 1, what have we got there? We've got plasteel right next to us. Thank you very much. No steel mining right next to us, which is... So if we settled here... Got silver right next to us. We have got some steel right here. Problem is obviously we're gathering resources at the beginning, so we don't want to be miles away from stuff. Saying that, we're in spring. So we could probably get away with settling just off of that power. So I feel like we're going to settle here. To begin with, we've got some steel right close to us. The problem is, yeah, no, I feel like we'll still settle here. But we'll settle a little bit off it, like here. So that still works. So we'll go stockpile. All I'll do, actually, is go stockpile here and a dumping stockpile here. Okay? So then what I'll do is get them to haul all that and haul all that. So they can get hauling. Just... Oh, almost... I know, the zones just don't have a colour to them, which is... incredibly awkward. Right, there we go. So they're there, so they'll start to do that. And then it's the case of setting up mining tasks. So we can get a bit of steel, and we'll build out of steel just initially. So let's go speed 3 and do that. Obviously the priority is just to get some bedrooms, but what we will do is just build one big room for night 1. We could even potentially just build it straight over. I suppose we don't really need to. I was just thinking because then it saves having to do it later. So I want to just build one big room for day 1. So an 8x8 should be fine, just to give us room to build on. So 40... Oh, we don't have doors, so steel door as well. There we go. Lewis, what are you doing? You're still hauling. Love it. So, like we said, priority is just to get beds and stuff for night 1. We'll just do like a garrison sort of thing. And we'll probably do... Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Not feeling great, but I'm feeling good. Like, obviously, it's always disappointing to have to leave so many resources behind, but you know, what could come of this colony? Who knows? Perkins, you're hauling that. I'd much prefer, because we're going to need a little bit more steel than this, because how much of you haven't mined a great deal. So one more strip, and then that should be everything, because we do need to make the beds. We said we'll try and be efficient. One big garrison room. Then as I'm sort of learning more and more about the game, I'm learning how to defend ourselves a little bit better as well, party people. I mean, Lewis, it's only like... I'm sorry, Lewis, but I have to step in here. Like, my man, like, you need to be hauling everything. We'll probably move the stockpile inside here, but just to be able to get initially down here would be great. The nice thing is because it's so cold, it's like a natural freezer outside, which is, you know, I suppose one benefit to doing this. Right, there we go. Perkins, I'm really sorry, but I want to push you a little bit hard here. I'm watching their moods, so... But I feel like we can get this up. Okay, I'm going to have to really control her here. Like, I keep thinking I'm holding left shift to, like, queue up stuff, then I end up holding caps and wondering what's happened with my life. Then furniture. So I want a steel slab bed for Perkins. And then just a normal steel bed for Lewis. So have you actually got the resources to do that? Because even if we could just get them into bed, that would be nice. Watching their moods, obviously now it's dipping below 50%, so we'll keep an eye. Then can you get that steel bed up? So while they're outside, at least they're on a bed, so it's not like... Do not sleep in the mistress's bed. Wait. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Right. So set owner, Lewis. And then set owner, Perkins. Then you two can go to bed for tonight if you really want. And stargaze in -17 temperatures. So I'm then going to copy this setting and move it in here. Destroy. Destroy. I'm going to copy this, although nothing's really in it. And then move the dumping zone a little bit closer. Might put it here. Okay, there we go. Just so it's inside, especially the food and stuff doesn't deteriorate. Because obviously the wild animals might eat it, or probably will. Then we wake up in the morning, we finish room 1. Then we... Because the plan is... Initially, then we can have this as a kitchen. This as a crafting room. So then we're going to want a perimeter wall. 1, 2, 3. No, I like 2s. Because then you can really pin stuff back. But actually making it wider, because eventually we're going to use turrets, because how we're going to do it is we're going to use turrets around 1, 2, 3. Going to use turrets to dissuade sappers and whatnot. And then oh, I'm so indecisive. Then if we open that, and then this can be our kill box. So remove them plans. So we have to have like... No, just do the perimeter wall to begin with, because that is just a fight. 1, 2, 3. Let's not get too over our heads. Let's get a perimeter wall for manhunter packs and stuff like that, and then we will do the kill box that everyone does. But I'll do my version of it because I prefer my version. I think the problem is because I've had saves in the past where like building steel traps like costs so much, like it sort of has dissuaded me. But I've got to learn that's not really. It's not really the problem. The problem is obviously if you're lacking the resources in the first place. Do you know what I mean? The unknown drifter. Desperate refugee. I mean, I don't really want to take in anyone, especially people that we don't particularly trust at this point. But yeah, I feel like setting the base up like this, we're going to be much stronger in the long run for it. Gives us lots of room to actually grow as a colony. Lewis is up, he should be. Everyone's unrestricted. Okay. Then we're going to mine out a big section here. There we go, Perkins right at it. Don't want to queue up too much because I want this initial house to be in. Now, luckily, because we eat human meat, that is pretty much going to hold us over. Because we get such a massive mood boost from it. I think we're getting this because we've moved base, though. The extremely low expectations. Which is quite good. Right, Lewis is holding that already. Love to see that, Lewis. I feel like I'm really excited. There's something about starting new on games, especially base builders, that is really exciting. Like okay, we've got a raid. Really exciting. Okay, just the one. He will prepare for a while, so that's fine. Obviously, Lewis has a bolt action rifle. Perkins has a shotgun. Probably should have got 2 rifles, but I suppose it gives us options in the same breath, so. Okay, lovely. That's all done. Perfect. So we've got a bit of steel in the bank. Let's actually just... I hope that didn't deteriorate. Okay, they're beginning their assault. There is just one of them. So let's draft everyone early. Perkins, your movement 96. Okay. Who's the better shot? Okay, drop the bow action rifle and you drop the shotgun. Oh, can you just move out the way, Lewis? Please, thank you. You'll see why I'm doing this in a minute. Because Perkins is the better shot. Lewis is going to be the one... Well, let's have a look. So the best way to sort of combat thing... Because we could just let one person shoot them, but the problem is obviously if it goes wrong. Lewis is just going to be like... One, obviously Lewis could just duff him here and then that would be perfect. But if not, then my plan was to literally just run Lewis up and down until Perkins got the shot. So that's why I wanted the better shot there. Orders, allow all that. And then Okay, not a cannibal or anything like that, so we can just leave you and we can get on about our business. Lovely. The next priority will be the perimeter wall, just because we will get manhunter packs at some point, so we want to make sure we are ready for that. We will have to be aware for winter, because temperatures will get so cold. Luckily, we're in the middle of spring, so we did move at the correct time. Remove roof from all this. The reason why I'm putting this in now is because once we build the perimeter walls, they'll try and set up a roof over all this. So we will need more steel, that is for sure. So let's mine one more line. Perfect. Most of this is hauled down. We will need to get a kitchen up pretty quickly as well, because food is dwindling. So kitchen will be the next priority after this room. It's not going to be the best setup for a kitchen at the moment, but just getting these blocks in will be perfect for the time being. And then we can make it more sexy later, do you know what I mean? But I feel like, from seeing on Reddit, seeing other people's strategies and whatnot, building these big rooms, especially to start with, is actually really, really handy, because you can just double bank it. Now, if you don't have... The thing is, we're obviously in a unique situation where the cannibalism gives us so many good forts and stuff that we can afford to, like, do stuff like this. Right, that body's there. Allow that. Right, Perkins is going to mine. We're going to need a lot. But that's fine. It's going to be worth it. I can feel you already in the comments, party people. We're all excited for this base. I am. Animal migration timberwolves. Okay, a bit scary if they go manhunted, but... Okay, another raid. This is 2 individuals with revolvers. They will prepare for a while. Okay. So this is why we need to get our defences up as quick as possible. However, we've got to remember we are cannibals, so human attacks are preferred. And we do need the meat. We had a lot of food supplies to obviously move over, but because we're not able to make them into meals, which we could have argued we could have done that beforehand. Okay, they're coming up there, so really I want Perkins here and Lewis here. What is their range? I mean, Perkins can outrange them, so hopefully Perkins can get some good shots. I don't want them to have 3 shots on Lewis. I want them to be out in the open, so I'm going to keep moving Lewis backwards and forwards. There we go, one's down. There we go, perfect, perfect, perfect combat, guys. Are we behind better cover or not? So yeah, 75% cover we've got here. Perkins has 75% from the steel wall. And Thompson only has 50%. That's higher than what I thought. But I'm sure Lewis isn't... There's no cover from Lewis, though. So if I wanted to play it even safer, I could go Perkins cover behind that. Then poke back out. Then she's going to run away because she's trying to get away from Lewis. Lewis back in here. Because then she's not in the range to actually even shoot Perkins. Then she runs in the open. Then I pull Lewis out, and it's sort of a game that we can play, and Perkins can keep taking pot shots at the same time. There we go. I am a master! Right, probably going a bit too much. We're loving it, party people. We're loving it, loving it, loving it. We're loving it like this. It is a party atmosphere. The thing is, And we're going to be philosopher. Oh, God. It's when I'm talking nonsense, then I can't speak because the dyslexia hits too hard. But what we lost in resources, we gained in knowledge, party people. And in life, in Rimworld, am I really comparing Rimworld to life? But do you know what I mean? Like, what we lost in blocks and all that sort of stuff that we were doing to build and whatnot, we gained in the knowledge of actually how to play the game better, how to learn. You know, I've never done naked brutality, you know, let alone on like 500% difficulty, randy random. Do you know what I mean? I sort of think this would be insane on Cassandra, but at the same point, I don't know. I never really know what storyteller I prefer, Cassandra or Randy. That's why I'm doing 2 separate saves on the both of them. Boom, 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 boom. Unless you're saying this in the future, then I'm a robot in a jar. I mean, that's the joke everyone makes. I need to be more clever than that. It's the future. I'm a lizard with a jetpack. Do you know what I mean? That's what no one says. Right. There's probably a reason no one says it, to be fair. Right, perimeter wall is basically up. Then we'll get the kitchen up. And then we're rocking. Then obviously the kill box. We've got tons of room to expand. Then just thinking about how this base is going to grow compared to the last one to fix our mistakes. Now, a lot of our mistakes came from the way we had to start, don't get us wrong. Because we had to start with obviously just Perkins, we were very limited. We had to build over a steam geyser, again, very limited. Now we've got knowledge on the environment, so to speak. If I go into world, is there much temperature distance? I want to see. So average temperature minus 27, 55 to 0. I couldn't imagine there is. It looks like this is slightly colder, but probably not by much. Like, we're not really going to notice. Okay, there we go. Perimeter wall is up. Now it's time for the kitchen. Just trying to think how we do this. I think because it's so cold, let's try and get away with not doing like air ducts and stuff like that. Like, eventually, like... not really sure how to do this base. Maybe we don't do alleyways and we just do like these sections on each. I mean, resource-wise, it's going to be a save. I mean, like bigger colonies, you can afford to like do resources other ways, but build roof. We'll have a roof in there. Perfect, perfect. We need more steel. Obviously, building this all out of steel is not ideal, but it is what it is at the moment. Like, we could deconstruct some of this, but, like, the stuff that we get, it's not a lot we get back. So it's more time efficient, especially with Perkins' mining speed and her passion, because, settlement. What should we call it? Let's call it New York! Yeah! It's only fitting, party people. I'm a singer, I'm an entertainer. New York! How many people turned off at this point? Oh my god, he sung like 50 times. Well, when you've got the voice of an angel, use it, party people. Use it. Can you tell we're having a good time? Alright. Kitchen up. We need power. How are we getting power? Should we just go straight for geothermal power? I mean, we've got the 10 components. We just need the steel. Let's get that up. We'll do a steel wall around it. I mean, this doesn't do anything for my OCD. I'm just going to chuck that out there. I mean, that's fine. Because then we can pin that across there. And that'll be fine for the beginning. I like loops just in case anything happens to a power cable or anything like that. We'll go steel door. Yeah. Do something like that. So now we're on to the... See, Lewis is like the work hog if you haven't worked it out. Okay, that's all the steel there gone. But there's some more here gone. Once we get the kitchen up, the power up, then we'll start focusing on making blocks and stuff like that, because that is Lewis's forte. And I'd hate to take... Actually, I might just make this one big stockpile. Priority critical. And then we want human corpses, animal corpses. We only want fresh. We don't want rotten. Blah, 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 blah. And then meals and stuff like that. That should hopefully get moved over in the morning. Then production wires. Then we will want a electric stove. We're going to get massive penalties because of the temperature, and at winter it's going to be pretty bad. However, we're not in winter, we're in spring, so I think eventually this will just be the stockpile for the freezer, and then we will put the kitchen here. However, for the time being, we'll take the penalty and just put this in here. We've got the 25 woods, so actually we only needed 20, so we'll get the butcher station in there as well. We will go furniture, dining room table, which, no, we won't put them in yet. Then we will need a table, which I will put in because we'll, just to get rid of that mood loss. So let's go steel table there, dining table, bang, bang, shake the room. 2 end tables to cheer them up. And a steel dresser here. There we go. Standing lamp can eventually go there. Go there. Perfect. We're rocking and a rolling. Perkins does need to obviously mine more steel. I think now we might deconstruct this steel after this bit. So we do need to make sure obviously steel is coming into the colony. Oh, I just looked at the timer. No, I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. Like, my partner said about streaming Rimworld. The problem if I streamed with Rimworld, I would do like 24-hour streams all the time because I've got an extraordinarily addictive personality when it comes to games. So I have to like force myself to stop as well. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise, you know, and you know, being a parent, having other real life responsibilities and stuff like that. Right, there we go. Let's do a chunk of it, and then hopefully we can get that up, and then that would actually be a banging end to the episode. Really positive end to the episode. How much steel do we need for this? So this is a big steel sink. So actually, let's mine all of this, then we can get all the furniture up. Sorry, Perkins, I'm going to ride you really hard now. But then we can get everything up. What I will do is disallow this in case you... No, not cancel it. I will disallow it in case you try and build that first because I want all the walls and stuff up first, just in case a raid comes and they start destroying it. That would be obviously extremely upsetting to say the least. And that is going to be our power source for the time being. And with 2 people, it's going to be more than enough, which is beautiful. We might have to expand this down the line to have like... No, let's just focus. Oh, it's back. No, she's watching the sunset. She's loving it. She's like, yes, we're here. The party people watching are like, yes, I'm here. Too much? Probably too much. All right, Perkins, there's a lot of like not doing stuff going on. Like, let's calm down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Perkins. We've still got work to do. Right, let's get table up. Let's get chairs up. Let's get the dressers up. Stuff like that to increase moods. With Perkins' mood actually going to an all-time low. Sorry about that. Go to sleep. Yeah. I just saw her mood drop so low. Problem is Lewis's construction is literally 1. So perhaps we don't get to set this all up, but this is obviously a big move. If she has a breakdown, that's absolutely fine. Like, it's us getting a little bit carried away. I imagine a lot of it is hungry. Yeah, starvation. How bad are you starving? Perkins, where are you going? Can you build the butcher station? If you can do that before you break down, I'll love you. Just the butcher table, love. That's really patronising to say love. That's not how I meant it. Butcher creature. Do forever. Human-like. Lewis. Because you are the cook. Butcher the humans. Days. That's fine. I'll take days. There we go. Draft, undraft. Then you'll have some human meat. Perkins will have some human meat. And then lovely. That will do wonders for your moods. Then get Lewis butchering. We do need a dumping days. That's fine because they got the food. We're absolutely fine. They're going to butcher that. We do need a dumping stockpile, which we're going to put up here. We put it on the, what is this called? Shallow water, because then it, what's the word? What is the word? Decomposes quicker? Degenerates quicker? I don't know what the word is. So go storage. And then we will go... so like apparel. Apart from armor, utility. Or parkas for a reason. And then we'll just dump it there. So then they can dump all the clothes as they're butchering a human, so then it will deteriorate quicker. But 2 breakdowns as we leave. They're loving life, really. They're just pretending. They're playing coy with us, party people. We are living the dream. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.